Hey guys, it's Kathy. No intro today. There we go. You had your intro. Because I'm on a different computer. I don't have it saved here. And I didn't think about it until the last second. But yeah, I got an email back from the the people who have my computer. And if you know me at all, if you've watched my stream at all, this is not going to be a shock to you. It was damaged. It was damaged during the transit. So that doesn't look like it would affect the performance of the PC in any way, shape, or form. However, I did get insurance on it. But it's just the bottom, it's just the foot. So I have to call them tomorrow or today. I guess today is today. And, let them know how I want to proceed. I mean, I guess there is a Boeing. I don't know if air is getting in there. I don't know if that'll affect the airflow. I don't know. But if they can just fix the computer, send it back to me like that, then I'm good. But if I have to go through insurance, I don't know how long that takes. Does anybody is Cloud in here? I see Carolyn just said Cloud. Is Cloud in here? Hi, Cloud. Are you in here? Maybe someday. But I don't know if anybody has ever gone through insurance before. Is it like, should I do it or is it going to take 7 weeks? I mean, I'm already struggling. I need my computer back. Yeah, air is good. You're right. But there's a certain flow that goes on inside your computer box. And I don't know if I don't think it will. In my opinion, that won't hurt it. Not at all. So I'll call them today and see. I'll talk to them and see if I can have my computer back, please. Or they're going to send me more parts one at a time. All right. Okay, that's good. So Cloud's fine. Cloud's fine. That's good. We missed Cloud, though. Cloud was our sheriff. Yeah, that's really not a good idea. CJ. That's like my mom putting whiskey on the gums of a teething baby. It's a good idea. All right. So without my intro, it's like I'm lost. Like, what am I doing here? Yeah, it shouldn't go on the floor. Mine's on the floor, but it shouldn't go on the floor. All right. So we haven't seen Miss McConaughey in ages. So I thought I'd look at McConaughey today. And McConaughey's not there today. But there was some other guy. I think he's been there for a little bit now. I don't know how many days. I think I went and checked McConaughey just the other day, and this guy was there. But the other day could have been yesterday. I don't really know. But he looks familiar. I just don't know his name. But maybe you guys will. Because we're gonna no, don't do that. Sorry. He's probably gonna shut my computer down. See if you guys know this guy's name. You should. I mean, he's so familiar. Is that too loud?
I can hear you, Judge. Can you hear me?
Whoa, that's way loud.
I can.
Okay.
Mr. Bright, you're on mute and your camera's off. So whenever you're ready, just turn that on and I'll have you ready to go. All right. This is State of Michigan versus Ryan Bright, case 24L0168SM. Today is the date set for an arraignment on the warrant. Can I have appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Lauren Erstassi on behalf of the people, P67104.
Judge, may it please this honorable court, bringing on Mr. Ryan Bright, who's appearing via Zoom from the county jail.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reagan. Mr. Bright, could you state your name for the record, please?
Since I'm unmuted, I didn't know that. See who else is missing? Steve Vincent. Where is Steve Vincent?
Right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bright. Mr. Reagan, how do you wish to proceed on the warrant?
Judge, I'd ask the court to recall the warrant, set the capias aside. Mr. Bright is here today, Judge. If I could explain to the court some of what we feel that it's happening in terms of why there was a capias last time. I think there was some confusion. There was another case, Judge Romulus, I think that was dismissed. It came, my understanding, out of the same transactional occurrence, Judge. I'm not 100% sure, but that's Mr. Bright's understanding. He's had a lot going on with a lot of court dates. He had a tether on it one time, Judge, for a case that got dismissed. He has a cell phone, Judge, that's been going in and out. It just got his father's number, Judge. So now I have another number outside of his that I can contact him on as well. He just got a new phone, Judge. So I'm getting that information. So there should be no reason that Mr. Bright ever misses court in terms of being in front of your honor, Judge. So with that said, Judge, I'd ask the court to reinstate his original bond. We're going to be in contact on a regular basis and trying to get these matters resolved. I know there was an issue last time of some contact, Judge, with some emails. Now, we did figure out that my client was not directly calling, was not directly contacting Mr. Zellman. He did not do that. There was allegedly some emails that were sent to court, to other individuals that did not, violate, in my opinion, did not violate any bond condition at that particular time. But I would ask the court to tell Mr. Bright to, just have no contact with anybody. But at the same time, Judge, he has a right, to do certain things, Judge. I don't know how the court's looking at it. If he has a case, a civil case, he wants to file some paperwork, how do you do that? Obviously, Judge, he has to, walk a fine line, but he still has certain rights, Judge. He still has certain rights that he has, Judge. And I don't want to infringe upon those rights at all. But I don't think in any way, shape, or form violated the bond condition because he didn't have any contact with Mr. Zellman. He didn't try to contact Mr. Zellman. So I'm asking the court to reinstate his personal bond. He's going to be at all court dates, and we're going to try to get this matter resolved, Judge, as soon as we can.
All right, Ms. Narcessian.
Your Honor, I'm asking for a remand. This defendant has shown a local disregard for the court's order, because the court's order wasn't just against Mr. Zellman, it was against the court to stay away from the court and stop harassing the court also, if I recall correctly. But what also his actions show, I would argue that his felony resisting obstructing police officers indicates flight. Indicates his unwillingness to deal with the matters at hand as they were trying to arrest him. Those officers trying to arrest him on the warrant for the stalking matter. The Romulus matters are also, I believe that those were also stalking matters that were dismissed in the hopes of resolving these other issues. Now, should they have been dismissed at the time that they were? That's not for me to comment on. But what this defendant has shown is that—
Wait, were they dismissed on motion of the people or were they dismissed on the court?
I believe that they were dismissed on the motion of the people.
Okay.
Now, this defendant, though, he has repeatedly been contacting the mayor's department, different court personnel, mentioning Mr. Zellman. which is just a way to circumvent the direct orders of the court, but still threaten and place a fear in Mr. Zelenak that this defendant is still obsessed with him. And then I would argue that this defendant, members of the Lincoln Park councilwoman had to, and multiple other individuals, including, but not limited to, Tracy Dupree, Eric Cesar, Carla Salcido, Carrie Caher, Lillian Ross, Patricia Luco. All these individuals were advised to make police reports, given that the defendant even reached out to them just this Father's Day with a photo of his kid saying, here are some pictures of the little girl you took from. I would tell you guys to stay safe out there, but karma doesn't care. In this day and age in which active shooters are an everyday occurrence, this defendant's actions are rising to a level of which the city of Lincoln Park's administrative personnel, along with Mr. Zelenak, are all worried about their safety. This defendant's actions are becoming erratic and troublesome, given that he is consistently and continuously harassing individuals. And people argue that he's a danger to the community at this point.
Judge, just so in response, Judge, you know, I don't know, as the court has asked about, you know, other charges that are out here. They had 2 other charges in Ramos, and I'm like Mr. Narcessi, I don't want to speak on those because I don't know, you know, what happened exactly. I just know they were dismissed. You know, and I think it's all in context, Judge. I know that, you know, he has certain rights, and we all as public officials and or public figures, you know, deal with certain things, deal with individuals that, you know, may not agree with what we do, how we do it, and they express themselves to us. I've had it many times. People say certain things. You know, I know the court has as well, Judge. But I just think, like you said, it's in the way in which you do it. You know, I don't know if it's risen to the level of an harassment because somebody doesn't like what you say.
Oh, 9 o'clock. I don't know what time zone you're in. 9 o'clock for me is 4 or 5 hours away. Let us know. Hop in Discord and let us know what happens.
Say now, and I apologize, Mr. Narcessi. I didn't hear exactly because it was going in and out in terms of. I heard you say about some pictures on Sunday that were sent to certain council folks about with kids, but I couldn't hear everything, and I apologize to you, Mr. Narcessi. But you know, my thing is, you know, if he's ordered not to do that by the court, then that's what he should not do. I don't, you know, necessarily know in my eyes was he told that he couldn't do that. You know, he was told that he cannot contact Mr. Zelenak in any way, shape, or form. So he hasn't done that, Your Honor. So I think he abides by that, and I understand, you know, how we can look at things and think that they are being circumvented when you talk to other folks and may mention a person. But again, that's not necessarily a violation. If the court is specific in what it wants Mr. Bright to do, he's going to do it. Judge, we talked about that. He wants to get back to his life. He just wants, you know, he wants to be able to live his life and have justice for himself, Judge. Doesn't want to hurt anybody, doesn't want to, you know, cause any issues. He just wants justice for himself. That's all he wants. But I do understand there's certain procedures, and whatever the court tells him to do, he's going to do it, Judge. If he says, don't contact this person, he's not going to contact him. Don't do this, he's not going to do it. So, you know, that's where we are, Judge. I don't think he's a threat. I think that, you know, there have been some things that have happened, Judge, cases dismissed, cases, you know, that are still being pursued. But I think that it's got to play itself out in court, Your Honor. So I just don't, I wouldn't ask you to remand him. I'd ask for a personal bond. Whatever conditions the court wishes to impose, but I don't think he needs to be incarcerated, Judge, at this time.
And Your Honor, I did receive some information. Those cases in Romulus were dismissed for apparently, and I quote, judicial economy without prejudice. Those were dismissed in the hopes of just moving forward with these other matters.
All right, Mr. Bright, I know you had your hand up. Do you want to speak to your attorney in private?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, 1 second.
I do not remember if I edited this, but I think I did. Let's see. Let's see if I'm a professional or not. Oh, no, not a professional, not me. There we go.
Okay, Mr. Reagan, do you have anything further?
Absolutely, Judge. I think that one of the biggest things I want to say, you know, Mr. Bright's a father, like many folks, and Father's Day, I think this year was emotional, for him, because he's in the process. He wants to try to get his daughter back. He wants to get, custody of his daughter, and just talking to him, he has not a threatening bone according to him in his body. That's not any intent. When you talk about the word karma, I think it's more of a guilt trip, and I want to use those words, guilt trip, and I think that's important, not a threat. Not a threat. And I think that, he might have been emotional that day, and said some things or said some things based on guilt, not based on any type of threat or harm or wanting to do harm to anyone whatsoever. But he's a father. It's Father's Day. It gets emotional. Now, is that breaking the law? Absolutely not. You judge by sending a letter to an individual. The city council people hire the prosecutors. And I think that it's important. And Mr. Bright just wants justice, Judge. He's in a city where nobody will talk to him because of the cases, the conflict thing. And he has no one, that he can turn to try to help him get, his situation resolved with his child or with anything. And it's frustrating, Judge. But is he rising to the level of threatening to hurt someone? No, absolutely not. He says that, and that is something that, he's very adamant about. Doesn't have any history of violence. That's not what he does. That's not what he wants to do. He just wants to get his daughter. He wants to have his daughter. And he's frustrated a little bit, Judge, but not ever to the level of any type of violence or threats. That's not what he's about. That's not what he wants to do. So I would just point that out to the court, Judge. That's important, Your Honor. So I'm asking the court to reduce his bond to a personal bond, and whatever conditions the court instructed him to do, he'll abide by. He's already said that. He wants to try to put all this behind him, Judge. He wants to, he's asked for speedy trials. He's asked for certain situations. He wants to try to get this stuff behind him so he can move forward with his life, Judge. That's all he wants.
We wouldn't even be here today for the stalking charge if those threats were incredible and serious enough that the people filed charges of stalking on behalf of the complaining witness, Mr. Ed Zelenak. Those threats include threats involving his own daughter, who is an adult and also a city attorney, not just against Mr. Zelenak, but his daughter. And then I would also add that the actions of this defendant this weekend resulted in 4 more new cases against him out of Lincoln Park, which will most likely have to come down here.
So let me ask this, and anybody that knows this can answer it, because I'm a little confused. Just because this goes, to a lot of different districts. At some point, there was a court order to have no contact with city or government employees. Was that Southgate or was that Lincoln Park?
Lincoln Park.
Okay. Ms. Narcessi and
really
the folks
matter.
that you're alleging had contact or were sending emails to by Mr. Bright, were those Lincoln Park folks or were those Southgate folks?
Lincoln Park. I believe that all our matters that we've been dealing with are out of Lincoln Park, including the resisting and obstructing police officers.
The matters that were pending in Romulus, those were dismissed by the people?
I believe so, yes.
Before anything else was resolved?
Yes. And I can't speak to whether or not I think that was a good decision, but they can be reinstated. They were dismissed without prejudice. I'm probably going to be asking that they be reinstated, to be honest. They are city matters. They're not county matters.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Judge,
I'll say this. Yeah, what do you got, Mr. Reagan?
I just want a point of clarification about the order of the court, no contact? Was it with court employees?
There was a previous order, even before my last order, saying no contact with city employees. I mean, isn't that the whole reason we're here? What are we doing? I mean, it's just games at this point.
So it sounds like him. It sort of looks like him. But in the end of this video, he says McConaughey will be back by then, or something like that. So who is this guy? Who is this judge if he's not McConaughey? I don't know. He looks familiar. He looks like McConaughey. He sounds like McConaughey. Maybe I heard it wrong, and that is McConaughey. He has way more hair, but then again, Reagan has a full beard now. The last time I saw Reagan, he didn't. Of course she is. Victoria is a favorite everywhere. She's awesome. Her and Melissa both. And Ramona. And I guess Michael.
Really just playing games here. I want to say this, Mr. Bright. I didn't take that last email to be a threat. I know it was crouched at that, but not with somebody's safety. I don't take that as a threat. But I'm more concerned with one, your continued contact with Lincoln Park government employees when you know that this is the only reason that we're here. This is the only reason that we're here. And you can't abide by that order. I mean, we're just playing games here. We're playing games. Yes, Mr. Bright.
So who would I talk to? To get the matter resolved is the issue.
You got to resolve this matter first. Your criminal cases. What are we doing?
But I feel like I should be able to go to the courthouse. I feel like I should be able to go to the city council and express myself. They're saying, no, you can't do that. And then I get
So this is where I'm at. Bond is I'm denying bond for violation of my order and of the previous orders. You can't do this right now. And the only reason that we're still here is because I tried to let you resolve these matters in the least restrictive way, but I see that I can't do that anymore.
Judge,
I can't. I can't do it. I'm going to be back here again. You missed my court date. And, all this talk about new phones and cases being dismissed, I'll put a tether on the other case that got bound over to circuit court. There's still a tether on that matter. That hasn't changed. I adjourned this case to try to contact you so I didn't have to go through these measures to remand you. But we had to arrest you, or somebody had to arrest you. And now I get indications on a non-court or a non-government day, it's a Sunday, emails, to more Lincoln Park officials. Absolutely not. I'm gonna set a pretrial in 2 weeks. Bond is denied. Today is what? June 18th. This matter is going to be adjourned. We'll set another pretrial date, July 9th, 2024 at 8:30. Yes, Mr. Bright.
Am I ever going to get a trial to get this resolved?
Yeah. Next date, we're getting the trial schedule together.
Judge, Judge, I'm sorry, I didn't get what he said.
Oh, he asked, is he going to set a trial date to get this matter resolved?
Okay.
Yeah, let's stop wasting time. I'm ready. One way or another. I should say it's not my case. It's Judge McConaughey's, but I'll be here on the 9th. I think I'm still on this docket.
Okay, sir. If you are not Judge McConaughey, who are you? What is your name, sir? Anybody in the comments later, if you know this judge. It's Michigan. Where's Donald? Donald, you court hopped. Who's this judge?
But We'll see you on the 9th.
Thank you, Judge.
That concludes the hearing.
True. That's true. See, look at him. Poor Philip Reagan. Lost the case, guys. He lost the case. I know everybody loves to hate Reagan. I do not hate Reagan. I'd love it when him and Vincent go back and forth with each other. I love it. I love it. And then I love it when McConaughey slaps him down. I love it. All right, now we're going to Fleischer. So far, though, this computer's running fine. So I think he does, but this guy could have contacts in, but I don't know who this guy is. He's not McConaughey because he just said like McConaughey will be there. Just don't know who he is. So obviously Fleischer didn't stream today because it's a holiday, or yesterday. Sorry, I'm still. So I have the second half of what we played yesterday. And when I played that yesterday, I sort of like abruptly stopped at this one guy who I guess counsel had to withdraw for some reason, or was a conflict maybe. So I started there again today, I think. So we'll hear that again, and maybe we'll see him come back later in the docket.
Hey man, this misdemeanor court, they just appointed me. I see you have a DWI pending. You got criminal mischief and some felonies, so judge's gonna talk to you about that. Okay? Step all the way forward. You got a felony on July 15th, so these misdemeanors are gonna get reset. We gotta talk to the judge.
I can hear you.
All right, Juan Almanzan Acosta. How's jail?
Order in the court.
How's jail?
Oh, no, Espanol.
Oh, you don't speak English?
Oh, I need to be taken off it then.
I didn't realize that either. Okay.
Okay.
We need to translate.
Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to go back there.
Uh-oh, so that means we gotta take you off too?
I gotta get taken off.
Almanzan Acosta, the Spanish speaker, so we need to now take him off and then put someone else. Well, Saved by the Bell.
We have someone that wants to quickly approach.
Hi.
Maria Martinez. I'm not here or anything, but this is my son and he's shadowing me.
Hi, how are you?
So I've told him wonderful things about you and to see if you have any wisdom you want to impart on him.
How old are you?
Freshman in high school.
Oh, fantastic. Man, I wish.
Start me early. So.
High school is so much fun, but don't let it get ahead of you. Don't let it get away from you, because what you do now, I'm telling you, you can be like, study, have fun, but don't let it get away from you. You know, there's a lot of peer pressure. You got to be strong enough to put up with it and see all the yutzes that come out to you. Don't let them get a hold of you, you know. I'm telling you, you study hard, you can do anything. You know, I just had a friend of mine got a judgment. He's a civil lawyer, does like car wreck cases and stuff. He just got a judgment for $400 million. $400 million. Imagine that, huh? What can you do with that? Buy a darn island, you know? So what you do now, just sky's the limit. When you put your heart into it, anything's possible, you know? Great. So, I mean, you're in good hands, you know?
He goes with you.
Science and technology in the Woodlands High.
Send him
So
down.
he's a pretty good kid.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you know, and yeah, at some point you'll go to college, you'll study, right? And a great way to prolong life, so you don't even have to go to the real world yet, go to law school. It's great. I'm telling you, that's what I would do.
Thank you, Judge.
Of course, absolutely.
Good day.
Good luck.
I can't hear him whispering.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go through.
Wow.
Is he your son?
He's my son.
Okay.
I just graduated from A. He's just failed.
Yeah, okay.
You can just say, hey.
Have him come here.
Yeah.
I can't read his lips.
So
I
sure.
tried.
So he doesn't think I'm.
No problem.
He doesn't like
Just
takeout.
shows up, he's got a screenshot of that, Judge. So can I bring him up?
Did he sign up?
He's got a screenshot.
Come on up.
Hi, James. I haven't seen you in a while.
He's got a test set for June 25th.
June 25th.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, that's not too far away.
Right now, I'm starting to study for it, Judge.
Great. Wonderful. June 25th is next Tuesday. So let's set it sometime after that. And if you do well and you can you pass the test, send a text to John. If you do, you don't have to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
I want you to sign up for the next class and keep going.
Sir.
Take the time. If you have to watch the video again, do it again. Keep watching the video until it takes. I want you to graduate from high school. You're going to do this the easy way or the hard way.
Sure.
Wonderful.
Judge, the case is fairly new. I'm going to be gone for a few days to attend next week. Can I
For sure.
set it for the following week, or do you want me to just?
I'm okay with you doing that, but I'm gonna make a docket notation here that he's taking the test on the 25th.
Right.
So I just want to see proof that he's actually completed the test and that he's passed.
Would you want him to be put on the docket for the week after? Or do you want a regular reset and I stay on top of it?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see if I can, oh, actually,
Hey, good luck.
And it's waived, and it's waived, right?
He got drug tested this morning, tested negative. Judge, he does have a job now. He's working with his mom's boyfriend. I was just going to request, sometimes his curfew.
Come up, Mr. Pena.
His curfew right now is 9 to 6. He says that sometimes he'll get home at 9:30, or he
Oh my
sometimes
gosh,
can't go
guys.
to work because they sometimes get home, between.
It's Mr. Pena again. What is this? Bull cut number 4, right? Is that what we called it? Bull cut number 4. I'm pretty sure that he has number 4. He should have number 1, though. Anyway, did you hear that? His test came back negative, and he's got a job. All right, Mr. Pena.
9:30 and 10. So I was just going to request if we could just add an extra hour to his curfew so that he can go to work.
You're working with him.
Oh, my mom's boyfriend.
Is he here? How do I know that you're working?
My mom has pictures of me working.
My mom has pictures of
Have
me.
you seen it?
She came and took pictures.
Is your mom here now?
Yeah.
Okay, where's mom?
Okay. I have taken pictures of my children working too, so I don't know why I'm laughing.
Hour difference on the.
Yeah, I'm just going to want to change from 9 to 10.
Hi, you speak English, right? Okay. Do you know that this is his 4th case? We want to make sure that he stays out of trouble. Would you prefer I get a translator?
Si quieres un todos.
Let's get a translator. Yeah, okay. Déjeme sacar una persona que puede traducir, okay? Toma asiento, por favor.
Yeah.
Let's,
Yeah.
sorry, Karen. I wanna get with mom. Whose baby is that? Oh my God, he's so small. Who? Congrats. I didn't know that you had a baby recently. Be careful. Can I give her a lollipop? Oh my God.
I'm gonna disrupt everything you were doing.
Is that 6 weeks?
She'll be 5 tomorrow.
His name is Dragon Bait on YouTube. I was asking who you were on YouTube because I saw you in Discord, and your name is Dragon Bait on YouTube. Hi, Dragon Bait. Thank you so much for creating that lovely icon. It's very pretty. I think we all really thought it was really pretty. If you listen to yesterday's Stream It All. We were talking all about it, trying to figure out, do I get rid of the white and black one that I always had and substitute it for that, or do I keep the white and black? So I think we're going logo. Thank you, Rebecca. I know words. I know words. So that, I think your logo I might use for shorts, and then the black and white one I'm going to keep for lives. But it really was pretty. Thank you. No, Sarah, if you want a baby, I have kittens. Just take a kitten. Don't get a whole new baby. Don't get a whole new baby. I didn't see the poll. I started a poll, but I didn't see the poll. But then I got a lot of comments today in my comments. But whose baby is this? Anybody? Anybody? Is it yours, Dragon Bait? Whose baby was that? Do we know? Yeah. No, you know who Dorothy Hamill is. She's an ice skater.
And he was like, and I was like, okay, I will.
Yeah, hey, you're using, hand sanitizer. That's so sweet. Victoria, you want another one? You don't remember that?
Vince, is it you? Are you the baby?
This 2 or 3? 3. I was like a new baby smell or what?
New babies do not smell good. They just do not smell good. Nice.
All right, here we go. Aquí en esta esquinita, de lo que está en el centro, se le mira
The baby goes with you. Take him down.
The problem is, within the last year, this is his 4th case. Not only that, I've had problems with drug use and him showing up to court. The problem is that when he has too much time on his hands, he becomes self-destructive. And he's not hanging around with very good people. Either that, or you're the bad person. It's one of 2 things. It's either you're hanging out with bad people. Hey. It's one of 2 things. It's either you're hanging out with bad people, or you're the bad person that's influencing everybody else. Which one is it? It's a rhetorical question you don't have to answer. But that's the problem. And with your 4th case, it may be you. That's the problem. The only way that I can influence things.
No self-control.
To keep you out of trouble is for you to have a job. I don't trust you at all. So I will not take your word for it that you have a job. Because I don't believe you. I'm very happy that you're here. Because you can help me straighten this situation out so that he stops picking up cases. It's a matter of time with now the 4 cases that he graduates to felony court, where he's looking at potentially up to 10 years on something bad, which we are trying to prevent from happening. What is going on with his life at this point?
amistades influyen mucho en
Well, the
eso.
thing is, him and his friends, he's allowed himself to be influenced a lot.
Yo siempre
His friends
paso
influence.
peleando con él por eso, por sus amigos.
I'm constantly struggling.
Ahora él se está portando ya mejor.
He is now lately behaving better.
He has to be. I'm requiring it. I am drug testing him every time he comes here to make sure that he's not using any illegal substances.
Está bien, por mí está bien.
I've also given him a curfew so that he's not out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m.
Yo sé.
He tells me now that he's working. Is this true?
Sí,
Yes.
él a veces va a trabajar con mi novio.
Como que a veces.
No todos los días.
Not every day.
Then we have a problem.
Tenemos un problema.
I can't go every day because of my curfew. So the days they come late, he doesn't let me go. Because I will make it back home on time.
What does he do?
Yo tengo.
I trust you.
Yo confío en usted.
Okay.
I trust you. I don't trust him.
Yo no confío en él.
What can we do to make sure that he's working every day?
Pues yo puedo hablar con él, que lo lleven todos los días, porque de hecho no lo llevan todos los días por eso, por el toque de queda.
Well, I could speak to him to see if they could try to take him every single day. They don't take him every day because of the
Curfew.
Thank you.
I will not do past 10 o'clock.
No voy a hacerlo más tarde.
I'm telling you that I don't think that anybody cuts grass past, I mean, we're in summer now, right? So what time is sunset?
Ellos salen 7, 8.
They end the day around 7 or 8,
Ay, pero como manejan. a veces
but since they have to drive and traffic into consideration.
Okay, so what do you think
¿Qué
would
cree
be
usted que sería?
any time that we should end? Or what time do you think we should make it to when he comes home?
Pues yo
You don't
pienso
know.
a las 8:30.
I think around 8:30.
8:30.
I have his curfew at 9.
Porque queda para las 9 de la noche.
Is it 9?
It's 7 to 7.
Oh, it's 7. Okay,
7.
I will make it to 9 then.
Lo voy a cambiar a modificar.
Okay. No. I would say, what time does he leave in the
¿Qué
morning?
hora se va?
A las 7:30.
Around 7:30 in the morning.
7.
That's what I'm seeing 9 to 6 already.
No, not that same.
I don't think I've ever done something 9 to 6.
And
Ever.
then maybe the magistrate.
No, when I went to get drug tested, they told me they changed it for some reason today, but I told them my curfew was 7 to 7, so I don't know why they did that. And she said it was backwards. She said it was from 6 to 9. From
Okay.
6 to 9.
Tracy, let's do 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Please.
Man, it's because sometimes they pick me up at 6:30. Can I do 6 to 9?
So do it 6, Tracy, please.
You say 7 to 7, okay.
No.
No, I'm saying the last one say 7 to 7, so I'm gonna change that.
Let's do 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
to 9 p.m. Or, right, 9 p.m.
6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
You want your curfew to be 9 p.m.
No, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I can't work night. It's grass.
You're okay. We got it.
Yeah, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
My concern also is that you are not
It's
allowed to
grass.
hang around with bad people, no weapons and no drugs. As long as you can abide by these conditions, you will be fine with me. I'm going to give you my card. It has my phone number and it has my email address. If you ever have any issues, you get in contact with us. You can also let Connor know, but I want you to know that you have an open line of communication. So if he starts acting up with you, you let us know and we will take care of business. Now,
Okay.
did you graduate from high school?
I graduate this year. I'm a senior.
Okay. Graduate, because if you don't, I'm gonna force you to do it the other way, like I am with the other gentleman. Understand? Okay, so he's currently enrolled in high school.
En la escuela, en la high school.
Yes,
And he's
En la
attending?
baby high school. Mhm.
Okay. If he starts not attending, please let me know. You must attend full-time and graduate.
Ahorita ya salieron ellos. Ya ahorita.
Yes, they're already out on their summer break, but yes.
All right.
Okay.
You're
Thanks so much for coming.
You're welcome.
And hopefully we can get a handle on this now, so there's no fun.
Yeah, I know. Thank you
Thanks so much.
Just in case, Carolyn, CJ, you Googled Dorothy Hamill while you were doing this, I'm scared that the right pictures, like her older pictures, didn't pop up, and you just saw her newer pictures. So it was a little more poofy than that. It's not easy to find a picture real quick. She was an ice skater. She was fantastically famous, but she had poofy hair like that. So he has a Dorothy Hamill bowl cut.
And Judge, I have one more on docket, Janiyah Smith. Judge, this is a VIP case. She's doing the in-person VIP. She had checked in earlier. She actually had to go to a class this morning. I was gonna see, at this point, we're trying to get proof of her attendance. I was just gonna see if we could just roll this to tomorrow to get that, the proof of her attendance, because the way that it is right now, she doesn't have any actual proof.
Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan? Tanya Harding or her mom or her boyfriend or something beat, Nancy Kerrigan in the legs with a bat or something. Dorothy Hamill was when you were just a baby. No, maybe not. Maybe you were a little older. When you were like in your early teens. Maybe. I bet you did, Joey. I know there's better pictures, but I'm working here. No broken leg, just a bruised bone, so she couldn't go to the Olympics. I get my skaters confused all the time too.
Have you not gotten any emails?
So I got
This case is 220 days old.
Yes.
If she has not done any classes, it's over.
Yeah, she's been, I mean, I'll tell you that she's telling you she's going to classes. She was here this morning and said that she had to leave to go to, because her classes are on Tuesday.
She just leaves without us letting her.
I guess so. I did not tell her to leave. I told her she needed to be here and not to leave before we spoke.
When was it offered?
I mean, a few months ago.
Yeah, we're done, nearly.
A few months ago, but she's.
Can you do me a favor? Janiyah Smith.
Yes, Ms.
When was the BIP offered, please?
Yes, Judge. It's on the round.
Yeah, Janiyah.
And it's the AFM.
Yeah. And she paid the fee and she,
I see 423, one unexcused absence. So.
Looks like the offer was made on January 25th, Judge.
January.
It was for a 6-month PTI.
because it's the 18-week in person.
I get it, but we're now, it should have been done.
I guess that's true.
Judge, yes, I understand.
Hey, SFBF Friday. Okay. If she doesn't come Friday with a full report in hand.
Understood. Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Take care, brother. Good to see you.
Hi, Judge. Can I approach? Okay. Christy Franks, FR, bond docket. All right. I had to do a little investigation on this case. So we've got her here for failure to ID from March. Unfortunately, she picked up a felony warrant for theft set for today. So it looks like they set a bond in the 1-8. Sorry.
Guys, do you have Christy Franks?
No, Your Honor.
She's on bond. I talked to her last night. She's probably in felony. I'm gonna go up there and verify, but it looks like they set a bond, which means they must have taken her in.
Today, I see what you're saying.
You do see what I'm saying? Like,
She got taken in?
Well, I see that she has a $500 bond set. It does say that there's still a warrant out, but
they're just processing it. And I did talk to her and she's like, yes, I'm going to felony court tomorrow. So I can go up there and probably see her
Check,
in the
see if
hold.
she's there.
Okay, and then I'll come back out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it says that a bond was set at $500 at 11 a.m.
Yes, so let me go talk to her and hold over. Are you thinking of?
Not happy with her straight.
Okay, I didn't think you were.
I mean, really, she had theft. She's on the third case, man. That's it. No. Mm-mm. I can't possibly justify giving her another PR bond and let it, no, I mean, really.
Let me go talk to her.
It's theft, after theft, after theft, after theft, and then.
But it's not in our court.
No, but,
She respects docket management.
oh,
She's doing it at the felony level. Let me go. I'll be back. Sure. We'll do it. Okay.
Or if you just do the withdrawal and then do a withdrawal.
another case. Hold on.
It wasn't her fault. It's absolutely not her fault,
Do
Judge.
you mind giving me the cause number again, Shreya?
250-2375.
So, in January of this year, you picked up a felony theft. In March of this year, you picked up a failure to identify oneself, right? We let you out. You're out in the free world. And now, as of June 3rd, 2024, you picked up another felony theft. Can you please tell me what happened on that one?
Yes, Judge. On February 17th of 24, in Harris County, Texas, the complainant observed on surveillance Ms. Franks and another defendant stealing bundles of copper wire and equipment from a telecommunication tower, loading it onto a vehicle. Individuals observed the photographs taken from the surveillance footage and recognized the defendant. And officers also recognized the defendant by name and sight from other investigations. The property stolen was valued at $7,600.
And again, that was offense.
That it says it was from February.
Yes, Judge,
right?
this was filed as a 2D, so the file date was on June 3rd, while the offense date was February 17th, while the investigation was underway. So it did happen prior to the instant case.
So where do we go from here to ensure that she doesn't pick up any more case?
She did a PR bond, Judge Jones did a PR bond for her. And so we're.
How is it that she keeps getting PR bonds with all these theft cases?
I think there's extenuating circumstances with her health. She has stage 4 cancer and has regular treatments that can't be done in the jail.
Yet, stage 4, all this, and yet she continues to pick up criminal cases. As if the cancer is a good excuse to continue to pick up criminal cases, Ms. Frank. What do we need to do to ensure that you don't pick up a 4th case? Don't give me this sad sob story. I'm not believing it anymore. You came in here hooting and hollering last time.
No, I'm not the person that I was with. Kidnapped me, and I was very abusive.
Really? They kidnapped you?
Yes, yes.
They kidnapped
he
her,
did.
guys. Kidnapped
He
her.
stabbed me, and now
He
I'm
stabbed her,
able to
guys.
live with my mother, and I don't have any contact with him at all. He's incarcerated, and I'm safe from him.
Do you know who the complainant, or do you know who this person is?
I do, Judge.
Tell me.
I'm looking into the criminal history. Were you just after the name, Judge?
Yeah, and are they truly incarcerated? And do you
He's
know?
currently in jail, Judge. His name is Jeffrey Gunn.
Okay. Here in Harris County?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So I am ordering you now, Ms. Franks, as a condition of your bond, not to have any contact with this person. I'm ordering you not to consume drugs or alcohol. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any alcohol or dope, I'm going to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, you pick up a fourth case, I'm going to freaking lose it. There's absolutely no excuse for you to pick up anything else. The prior felony theft, what's that one about as well?
It's the same thing, the copper wire.
Is that all? Is it over and over? She's trying to
That's
get
what
copper
has
wire?
been pending.
Well, it's
The January
there's
14th.
currently one pending, Judge. for
Stole
January
copper wire,
14th, which is
Right.
a
but not
shopkeeping
really,
theft from a
she was
Walmart.
kidnapped.
Okay, so that's what I was getting at. So the other one is a Walmart theft. I guess.
And then there is a conviction, which was produced from a state jail felony for theft of wire.
So are you have an agreement on the cases upstairs, Diana, or no?
We haven't even discussed an agreement yet. We just got her a bond today on the
Okay.
weekend.
Are you going to represent her in this one as well? Or- Okay.
And Judge, I just filed a motion to withdraw and everything. I've just.
Okay, Ms. Frank, the only other thing I'm gonna order you to do is don't go back to Walmart. Do you understand? Don't hang around this person. Don't go to Walmart. Don't pick up any new cases. The only thing that you should be doing at this point is concentrating on your health and nothing else. If in fact, because I don't know if you do or not. If you pick up a new case, holy moly. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything with the bond because it was, she picked up the case
She popped it under her
prior
left
to
boob.
our failure to ID, so.
We're set on August 6th. Do you want me to?
August.
August 6th. It's a brand new case. I don't think it's gonna be resolved on August 6th. But, I mean, that's our next setting.
Okay, I don't want to do it that far, just because I want to make sure that she's doing well.
Okay,
Okay, let's do, 45 days,
okay.
come back, we'll see, hopefully she's been behaving herself. And then,
Okay.
ma'am, do not leave until you sign our bond conditions about not going to Walmart or, and would you mind filing that as well, please? Mind filing, no Walmart,
No Walmart.
no hanging out with homeboy, and no weapons.
Understood. I'll call that right now.
No random.
Thanks.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna monitor her, just to make sure, yeah, okay.
Actually, you can say we're.
Okay, Ruben.
Hey, Judge.
Hey, Glenn. Thank you so much for coming back.
No problem, Judge.
I saw Christy Yamaguchi with my mom. I had to put that in there. We're talking about skaters.
There's two gentlemen here that, I think one of them, there was an absconsion.
So I guess first you want to talk about Alamanza?
Yeah, he did an absconsion. He has, a new case and he has two, I believe, new felony cases. And I think he has, bonds on all of them. Bails on all of them.
Okay, so Mr. Almanza Frank, you were charged of driving while intoxicated, second offense. You took off and you were out with a warrant. And what I understand now, you've picked up a criminal mischief with us. You've also picked up possession of a controlled substance, which is a felony offense. You've also picked up an aggravated assault of a family member. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. This also applies to you because we will delve into you as well. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I've appointed both of you guys a lawyer, Ruben. He will be taking the care of the cases for you. My primary concern at this point is to see your bonds and determine whether you are a danger to public safety. So, if we can,
Judge, one more thing, because I couldn't see it, he does have an ice hold as well.
I saw that as well, correct. Mr. Almanza has an ice hold, okay.
Yes, Judge, and this is the criminal mischief from, Mr. Almanza.
Right, I want to know about what happened with the mischief and then about the aggravated assault.
Yes, Judge. On June 10th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a reported robbery. Met with the complainant, who reported that when he woke up, he realized all the doors and windows to his house were open.
I'm sorry, Counselor. There's some noise behind me. If you could speak up a little louder.
Okay, yes. He realized all the doors and windows to his house were open. And he confronted his roommate, the defendant, why everything was open. A verbal argument ensued. The complainant reported that the defendant grabbed a knife in one hand and a machete in the other and began swinging them at the complainant. The complainant retreated to his bedroom and wrapped himself in a blanket. The defendant then took the complainant's cell phone and his wallet, slashed his tires before leaving the area, which were valued at $400. There was $185 in the wallet.
Same transaction.
Same transaction.
So I'm gonna find, you said the criminal mischief was what?
It was a slashing of the tires, Your Honor. $400. Yes, Judge.
Mr. Almanza Acosta, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive any vehicle. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care where you're going. I don't care what you're doing. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months of jail and a $500 fine every time you drive.
How's he going to sign that? Okay, so he's handcuffed to the other guy, and now he's handcuffed behind himself to the other guy. How's he going to sign that paper? I just want to know. Hi, Dave. Thank you for saying Dave, because now we know. We'll stop calling you Metal unless we forget. So keep saying Dave is here every time you come in.
I'm ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons, not to have any contact with the complaining witness in these cases. As it stands now, your bonds are set at around, 56,000. You also have an immigration detainer. So I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, you must immediately report to court for your bond conditions.
You're Dave now. There's no taking it
You
back.
understand what's expected of
You're
you?
now Dave. Hi, Dave.
Sí, señor o no, señor? Sí, señor. Yes, sir.
Okay. And now, Mr.
Mike, psycho.
Jacobo, right?
Jacobo, Jocobo.
Terry.
And I see bail at 5,000 for the new case. He's on bond denied on 2 different possessions. And then he has 2 failure to ID previous, that says 7,502, and also a theft that says 7,502. Those are, one is from 2/27, the other one is from 3/5/24. And this one is from 6/16/24.
What I understand in this case here, you were pulled over in a car driving, Mr. Jacobo, and all this arises from you driving. So you do not have a Texas driver license, do you?
Palabras.
And you are not allowed to drive. You will also be signing an affidavit promising me you're not going to drive, Mr. Jacobo. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you're doing. If you get out of jail and if you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. I will put an ankle monitor if you do get out. I don't know. At this point, you're being held at no bond on the possession cases. But at some point, if you do get out, you must also report to court. And I'm going to tell you now, if you ever take off on me again, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to flip. Do you understand, sir? He's driving in the failure to ID case, right? Or I guess the newest one. I mean, we have 2 failure to IDs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the newest one.
Okay, so on 2515. 213. All right, guys, for now, we will just have you sign this and then we will put you back. And then we will wish you guys the best of luck.
Judge, do you need me to file bond conditions and no driving on that one?
Or no, I did the affidavit, and then when Tracy gets back, we'll make sure that both of them, if they're released, they must have ankle monitors on so that we can track their whereabouts.
Yes, Judge.
Was he acting up over there or what happened? Okay, Hannah, give me a second. I'm gonna put them back and then we'll bring your client out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, Harold.
Mr. Mr. Blunt?
So, is Mr. Blunt working?
Yes, John, he is working. We're talking about how to prove that. Unless he can make a list of his clients, maybe, or.
Mr. Blunt, come up.
Victoria, we have a question. Behind this attorney who is completely in my way right now, the lady in red behind him, what's her name? We need to know what her name is. I think someone wants to interview her. So that's why I need to know what her name is. She'll pop up. I'm going to press play.
Is it B-L-U-N-T?
B-L-O-U-N-T.
I see it.
Are you working? Are you working? How do we know that? Aside from your word, how do I know that? In the nature of my business, I don't take word. Your proof is what's positive in this world. If you don't have proof, you don't have anything. And words don't mean anything to me. So,
Judge, we did talk about maybe doing some invoices or something as it goes along now. Like give them invoice.
I mean, I think that that's probably a good idea. Okay, I'm going to set your case off for a week. I want to know what you're doing, and I want you to start working, and I want to see proof of it. I'm not going to take your word for it. The only thing I want to ensure is that you're using your time productively. That's all I'm asking you to do, and stay out of trouble and don't use. You took a drug test. It was negative. That's great. Good job. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking you to split the item here. Are we good? Okay. All right.
I guess we reach you. All right, have a good day.
I have one more case.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So next. Judge.
They just go there first. And then well, next week, he's going to come back. He's got to be here with proof. Okay. So. Do you mind bringing out triplet, please? Triplet. Hannah, Miss Frank. I left it. Yeah, just because Yeah, I mean, he's got a bunch and then he's got a nice hole to do, so. So Hannah, have you looked at, Mr. Triplett and what happened?
I can see that he has a VPO case, but I'm not attached to it yet. I don't think so. I can't see what.
I will, let me, what's your spin?
0304 3916.
3916?
Yes.
Do you mind? Did you get it? On the new case, yes. Okay, Mr. Triplett, I brought you out here for a couple things so that you know. This is a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies.
Shaniqua Bankhead.
It doesn't have her name on it.
And we need to.
Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't have, do you mind?
I don't mind, Judge.
Yeah. Okay. I know, I'm glad you noticed.
Boo. Bad show, Judge. Boo.
All right, basically, let's. I'm gonna get a new one made out
Bail off is
that has the
awesome.
name of Shaniqua Bankhead on it. This is a protective order that identifies her as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? This order is good for 61 days from today, and no one can authorize you to violate this court order, meaning that if she were to.
No way. If I wake him up, he's going to make me work harder. Let him sleep.
Call you and say, hey, come on over. Let's talk about this. And you go over there, you're in violation, even if she goes over there. If she contacts you, do not answer the phone. If she emails you, do not reply. If she texts you, do not reply. The court order is there for a reason, and there's no justification you can give to violate it. This is a court order that extends this for the life of this case. And I'm telling you now, and I'm warning you, these documents will be filed on the violation for protective order, so that if you violate this again, I will have a hearing to hold you at no bond. Do you understand, sir?
Stephen, he goes
So
with
Hannah, what happened was,
Get him, Stephen.
the magistrate gave him a PR bond on the new case, the violation of protective order. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with another PR bond. So what happened here, or do you mind reading it for Ms. Franks?
Yes, the allegations, Judge. Yes. On the 10th of June, officers observed the operator of a motor vehicle failing to stop. Can you hear me, Ms. Franks?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good deal. Failing to stop at a designated stopping point, they initiated a traffic stop, and then observed that the passenger, defendant, did not have a seatbelt on and requested identification from him. He didn't have any on his person, but he gave him their name and date of birth. And through an NCIC search, he was found to have a protective order out of the AFM that we currently have pending in the court. The driver of the vehicle was the protected individual, the complainant.
So out of that, because of that, they filed the new case on him. And so what I told him was that I'm just not down with another PR bond when he's violating the protective order. So I've now admonished him that no means no. And then I guess we'll just go from there. We will attach it to the new case now. And then I guess just set him off. You know, when would you like, Ms. Frank?
So Judge, are you wanting to hear argument on the bond for the new case?
Sure. I mean, sure. I mean, of course.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, the bond on the old case is still in place?
Yeah.
Okay, so the defense would of course ask for the personal bond to remain in place. I understand that the court is concerned about the new alleged violation of a protective order. However, I would point out that from the beginning of this case, the complaining witness has been telling the state that she did not want this order in place. The RIP call that occurred very early on in the case said that she wanted all restrictions removed and she wanted to have contact with him. I would also point out that, of course, any violation of a court order is a serious incident, but as far as the allegations go, it doesn't sound like there's any allegation that this was unwanted contact. She didn't contact the police. It was simply a traffic stop where it seems like the contact between the two of them was consensual. I would ask the court to leave the personal bond in place. Additionally, because since he's already been released on that personal bond, changing the bond would be a revocation, an effective revocation of the bond, and he would be entitled to a hearing. I was just made aware of this case this morning, just had the probable cause read to me, and I'm still being attached to the new case. And so I think having a hearing to determine whether that revocation or an increase is appropriate would allow me to provide effective assistance of counsel at that hearing. It would also allow the court to consider admissible evidence, as the rules of evidence do apply under the Texas Rules of Evidence number 101 to any hearing where the bond is going to be increased or revoked. And so we'd be opposed to any revocation of the bond or increase of the bond. If those objections are being overruled and the court is going to increase the bond, we would ask the court to set it at a minimal amount. Since this is this will be the first surety bond posted, we'd ask the court to consider a $500 surety bond in this new case.
You know, Ms. Frank, fantastic argument, and I would seriously entertain it, but he just had a prior assault against this person dismissed a year ago. So this is not the first assault that we have against the same complaining witness, and I get the recanting that always happens, but I can't possibly give you another PR bond when it's over and you defy repeatedly. I can't justify. So I am going to revoke your PR bond. I am taking you in today. I will. Now, understand it's not the worst in the world, but a court order is a court order.
He goes with you.
And if you want to do something,
take him down.
You come to court first and you ask for a change. You don't take matters into your own hands, because that's when it goes awry. And I'm going to tell you now, I've got this court order, and I promise you on my grandfather's grave, you violate it, we will have even bigger issues. You first come, get it redacted, get it taken care of, and you don't take matters into your own hands. Do you understand? I will, because, Ms. Frank, it's not the absolute worst, but what concerns me is the prior assault against this person. I will.
And Judge, if I could just briefly address that. I just would say, because that was dismissed, we don't have any information about whether there really was a lot of evidence in that prior case. I totally understand the concern, but I think there are kind of two different scenarios where multiple dismissed cases come up, especially where that box is marked at the request of the complaining witness. And one, of course, is, you know, a scary situation where multiple assaults may be occurring and the state just doesn't have the proof. But the other is a situation where you have a complaining witness who's learned how to call the police and use the police sort of as a manipulative device against the defendant. And so here, I just asked the court to consider that that's also a possibility, right? Especially in a case where
Here, it was dismissed pursuant to a PTI agreement. So he completed a PTI, and I don't know, I'm assuming he probably did an anger management class, right?
Yes, Judge. Those
I don't know, but regardless, I mean, no, I'm not gonna give him another PR bond. I will reduce it to 2,500. But that's a surety bond that you'll have to make.
Yes,
I
Donald.
can't
Good
possibly
job.
do
Good
it
job,
repeatedly. So I'm gonna have you sign these. We will take you down. Please heed the warning, Mr. Trivers.
Are these cases going to be in court 5 now, Judge, or are they going to be in?
Yes, no, they will stay with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep them now. And
Could we have them set on Friday? Just so
absolutely,
that. Okay.
for sure. Yeah. Put on for Friday. You know, the thing is, Ms. Frank, that it's gonna repopulate tomorrow because it's going in now. It'll populate again on tomorrow's docket. So, sorry? It'll populate on Thursday's docket, but we can, after that, put them on for Friday for you. But yes, we'll do that.
It'll get rolled to Friday on Thursday.
Yeah. Now, understand that, in my opinion, if I wanted to, I could revoke the bond on your first case and raise it up to 7,500, 10,000. But I think that would be hurtful. And I'm not going to do that. But I want to get your attention. And I want you to understand that we mean business here. Do you understand, Mr. Trevor? It's not good to be hateful, spiteful, and I mean, seriously, if I wanted to revoke the first bond on your assault and really stick it, I could. I'm not going to do that though. I will leave it, and I will leave your bond intact on the first one, so you don't have to make that bond as well. But please heed this warning. You will not get another one from me. You understand? Okay, come on.
What does that have any information for?
I'll just write it in.
Do you need anything else from me, Judge?
No, thank you so much for coming, Ms. Frank. I really appreciate it. I know it's late in the day.
On the other side.
Don't worry about it. I'll just write it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be easier for you that way.
Needs the information.
Okay, understood. Just handwrite it in.
Yes.
Do you want to still do that, please?
Yes, Judge. I think they're calling.
Yeah, let's go grab her right now. So.
Okay. Mr. Rice.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Hey, man.
Hey there. I've got this Mariah Isaias. Her mother wanted to join to help with the discussion if necessary. They, I guess, have posted her bonds. There was I believe when she forfeited back, you forfeited the bond when she went into custody back in 2023 in August, I believe. She has since pled to probation on those Brazoria County cases, and now she has been transferred to Hidalgo on some cases that existed prior to her DWI in Harris County, and she has posted bonds on those and on a bond that I guess was re-entered. I guess the bond was raised by you to $2,500 to $3,000, and they posted that bond, but they say that they won't release her because it says fugitive warrant on it. And we're just wondering if there's anything we can do to expedite.
You know, the thing is I don't have the fugitive prosecutors here. They've already gone for the day.
Okay.
If you want, we can come back on Thursday and talk about it. But
Okay.
tomorrow's a holiday. We don't have court tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So we have court on Thursday. So I would say come back at 9:30 Thursday and we can talk about it.
Okay, I'm in Matagorda first thing in the morning.
You can always zoom in anytime, but don't zoom in this late because they're gonna be gone.
I will certainly do that.
I would say probably.
Kelly, is he just making up names now? First he said, is there really a Hidalgo, Texas? And he just said he was in Matagorda. Is there a Matagorda, Texas? Or am I just hearing him wrong? And is he just making up stuff for me?
Only at the very latest, do it, maybe like 10:30, 11.
Yes, sir.
But if you do it later than that, they're liable to be gone.
Okay, I will be there Thursday then.
And then I'll entertain anything you got then with them, but I need them here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Okay, take care, man.
Have a good day. Bring the candy back out. Come on, Judge.
Judge, page 27.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Victoria.
Vidales.
Oh.
Victoria got us another one.
The court arraignment shall to appear.
$10,003.
Dave, I think I would go with Mechanico.
This is
Jackson, first name Amaya.
Good morning, Ms. Jackson. Ma'am, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with prostitution. You're also charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer as a fugitive from justice. Because of that, it kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. So you are stuck. You can't get out. That sucks. I'm really sorry, because had you shown up, good things would have probably happened. You don't have anyone in your life that's able to post a Montgomery bond? Who you here with in life?
My mom's favorite knows.
Have you tried to reach out to your mom? What happened? Do we know if she has a lawyer up there or no?
I don't know, Judge. I'm not sure.
This really sucks. It really does. Because now you're gonna end up with at least one conviction. Which one is she pleading to?
Prostitution, Judge. They're gonna dismiss the failure charges. So, if you want.
No, that's fine. This is what's called a crime of moral. It's a dishonesty crime. It's going to follow you for the rest of your life. But I will make you a deal, ma'am, that if you get out and within 30 days, you come back to me, and if you change your mind, we can do something else. After 30 days, though, I don't have jurisdiction anymore. If you really want to get this off your record and you want to do something different, come back to me. We'll try to work something out and we'll try to help you out. But after 30 days, my jurisdiction ends and you'll be stuck like Chuck with this conviction on your record. And I'm going to tell you, if you continue to pick these cases up, they will file this as a felony on you because they can use these, if you continue to pick them up, to enhance it to a felony. And then you're looking at years instead of days. What is she being held on? It's a marijuana case, right? All you have is a weed case over there. Once you get out of here, or I'm assuming that they're gonna pick
There's a
her up.
hold, so that I assume so, Judge, as well.
I
They
don't
have 10
remember.
days
All
to
my
come get
days
you from
smushed
Montgomery
together.
County. If they don't come get you,
Could have been any
Harris
day.
County will release you. If that ends up happening, or if you go back to Montgomery County and you're able to take care of your stuff fast, come back here within 30 days and I will try to help you out so you don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand? After that, my hands are tied. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. Ms. Jackson, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charge ready to the court, right to remain silent. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this, you can never change this, but I will try to help you out. All you got to do is come back to me here. No probation. She doesn't want probation.
We did discuss that, Judge, but given the hold in Montgomery County, I mean, I don't know that we can, she might still be in the same boat. I don't know how long they'll hold her before she, if she'll get a bond there. I'm not sure what without knowing that part of it, Judge, I didn't feel right advising her about that.
Within 30 days, I could reopen this case. If you care enough, come back. Ms. Jackson, how do you plead to this case? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. What is it?
6.
It's 6 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 6 days that you've done. Do we know if Montgomery County is going to pick her up? Have they said?
They don't know yet until
This is done?
it's dealt with on it.
Okay. All right, ma'am. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Come back. Okay.
I'll keep tabs on her, Judge.
Do you have a card to give?
I'll give her one right now.
Call him when you get out, when you're done with Montgomery County, so that he can help you out. Okay? All right, man. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Appreciate it. Thank you, JP.
He's taking a test right now. He's not coming.
I knew I would see the day when Donald got a warrant out for his arrest. Oh, that's so funny. That's hilarious. That really would be hilarious. I mean, he wouldn't like it. Donald would get so mad if we got him arrested, even for a joke. Okay, do they still do this? Back in the, I think, 90s, they used to set these jails outside, just these little cages outside, and you could like pay someone to arrest your friend. It was all for like charity or something. And you would pay someone to come arrest your friend, and they would take your friend, arrest them, and put them in the jail for 6 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour or whatever, depending on how much you spent. It was all for charity. I don't know if they still do it. Some people got really mad. Some people just laughed. So you've seen it before. You've seen it before. Yeah, we need that back. We need that back. We need to put people, we should have like a little jail in the middle of town. Like, you know who would do it? Sheriff Grady from Polk County. He would definitely lock people up in the middle of town in a cell if he could. Look what this guy did. Absolutely a 6-hour break. If they could just let me just nip a little nap while I was in there, that would be fine. Yeah, you had to call for donations while you were in jail to get bailed out. Yep, I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't know. We didn't really have cell phones. Trying to think. I'm trying to piece it together. This was a while ago. And back then I was, younger, doing stupid stuff, poking holes in Coke cans for some reason. They're here. They're hot. They're just hot. It's okay. They'll be fine. They'll be absolutely fine. Hi, Crystal. Well, that's what I have for today. Oh, that's awesome. Yep. Donald, the crimes that you committed are not going to be anything you're going to like. Oh, man. He came, he replaced the nope. He replaced the 24 volt to 110 volt converter. And then I had to go to work. It lasted 3 minutes. I had to go to work. And then my son sent me this text. And I'm not exactly sure what it means. I don't, because he doesn't use words well. AC not working, but it's going to be. We blew out a transformer and he thinks it's a contractor, I think he said. So he's going to go buy a new contractor. Oh, no. He changed the word. He said contractor up there, but then he said contactor down here. So whatever that means, Donald, if you understood any of that. I know, Joey. All right, we're wishing you the best at your doctor's appointment. I have to, Cha's here right at the end. Hi, Cha. Cha, your pictures in Discord are amazing. They just really are. They make, I don't know, conductor. I don't know. And there's legal. Robots in disguise. Guess what, guys? Victoria's going to work now. Victoria, get to work. Get to work. We need judges trained on the rails. And if you're not there, it was so quiet when you were gone for a week. So quiet. Oh yeah, your pictures were awesome. I know, Victoria, I know. Inspiration. Thank you, James. Yes, say hi to the judge for us. Say we really missed him yesterday. It's hard when he's off for a day. You should be tired, man. You have everybody on your shoulders. You and Melissa. You and Melissa are the yoke. No, never mind. Forget all that. Yeah, you need to go do your duty. No, it wasn't fun without Victoria there, Joey. It was not. It was just, I don't know. I don't know, like a courtroom. Thanks, Jane. See, I think I am going to go into Discord today, guys, because I have plenty of time. That's it. That's it. That's the problem. Same here, Carolyn, but that's okay. I'm going into Discord. If anybody wants to chat, I'll be in Discord. If you don't want to chat, then that's fine. That's fine. I'm just there just in case you guys want to chat. If not, I'll go upstairs and I will do some shorts. I gotta make some shorts. Yeah, you do have to go prep that docket. Legal, we all know you two. We already knew that. Have a good day, guys. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you do have a really good day.